Face go candy liquor, let me go and grab a cup. Scuba gear up on my head, cause we punish more than parties. Somebody tell Jersey we getting started, what they call it, yeah? Yeah, 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 yeah. It's party punisher time, yeah, 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 yeah. It's party punishers, Prince I about to give 'em life. Don't switch it down on that tune, cause the party ain't a party unless fife in the room, yeah, 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 yeah. It's party punisher time. What's that? Oh yeah, ooh, we connected, baby. Mouth too reckless, who gon' check us? Though we syndicated, vindicated. Seem like we should've been the made it, been the greatest. Crank the amp, make sure they hit me, I'm about to snap. The general, yeah, that's Prince side. OG face, know he's south side. Jersey like the bricks killer. J536 with him. Do dirty like the kids swimming. Royal flush and we keep shit. Keep winning, bet it up, tryna beat living. Please shut up, cause I'm trying to listen. Party punishers live in 3, 2, 1. DJ do dirty, turn this up. They say face go candy liquor, let me go and grab a cup. Scuba gear up on my head, cause we punish more than parties. Somebody tell Jersey we getting started, what they call it, yeah? Yeah, 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 yeah. It's party punisher time, yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's party punishers. Prince I about to give 'em life. Don't switch it down on that tune, cause the party ain't a party unless fife in the room. Yeah, 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 yeah. It's party punisher time.
Party punishers, we in the building, baby! Y'all know what it is, baby. It's the Party Punisher Show. I am the General, DJ Prince I, a.k.a. Thug Daddy. And to the right of me,
y'all know what it is, man. OG Face got it, a.k.a. Ram Faces. Yo, mammy, grandmammy, and great-great-great-grandmammy's favorite pastor. Have mercy.
and you added a lot of greats, really this time. You really bugged
Yeah,
it.
because, you know, I came all the way through. You know, I'm on my 6th lifetime. You know what I'm talking about?
You on your 6th life.
6. I'm on my 6th lifetime.
That was the founder of the building, KG, founder Connected. He wanted to even ask how many?
Yeah, I'm on my 6th lifetime, you know.
Hey, right about now, our homegirl Jersey, she couldn't make it. She's a little under the weather. We hope she feel better. Hey, that's that wrong. She's a little under the weather.
Yeah,
hope she feel
hope
better.
she feel better. Bars.
Our partner in crime country, he be here shortly. He
had to do the delivery.
No, pickup.
Yeah, pick up and delivery, same thing. He's Uber, Lyft, lifting and Ubering, Ubering and lifting.
Yeah, he's doing a lot of things right now. He's Ubering and lifting and Uber.
Yeah.
Hey, listen, me and Face here, and Country did put something in the Party Punisher group, and he ain't here, and I ain't waiting for him. I got it. What do you think? Is she a victim or a freak, Cassie?
Man, she a victim because she got a tail beat, but she a freak in them sheets. You know what I'm talking about? He ain't forced her to do nothing. Now, I ain't going for that because sometimes he wasn't even in the room. You know what I'm talking about?
Hey, Jersey.
Sometimes he wasn't even in the room, and she was wanting to do what she was wanting to do. She was wanting them shake-a-thons. They called them freak off. I call them shake-a-thons.
So you agree she was both?
She was a victim because, the domestic violence situation.
Right.
You know, but him making her do some stuff, that was all, I feel, on her free will.
Mm-hmm.
And that she was wanting to please him.
Yeah, now that I agree.
Wanting to please him and wanting to be with him. Now, if she's a victim, and I can't say she was a victim of stupidity.
Yeah, because she wanted
and it's a lot of people out here right now, victims of stupidity. You feel you're in love and you're gonna do whatever to keep somebody, and you're just a plumb dumb butt fool.
And
I about had me cuss, you know. But it's a lot of folks out there, because I know some folks that get with somebody and they so in love and grew up with them, and I know what type of individual they are. But once they get with somebody, you know, they want to prove they love and want to keep them. I got some folks that went to the swinger side, you know, and they ain't never been there. You feel me?
Right.
But to try to keep that man happy and to keep their family together, they say, well, rather than him cheating, we'll just go together.
Yeah.
You know.
And
so,
it's crazy you said that way.
yeah.
Because I just spoke to my daughter last night, and me and her talked about it. My daughter that's in California.
Yeah.
You do things with certain mates and for certain mates because you don't want to lose that person.
Yeah.
But in reality, you already lost that person.
That's like, I'm gonna go a little further. It's like a junkie, right?
Right.
And I, you know, long time ago when I was, you know, in the pharmaceutical business, I remember I used to ask people, how did you start it? Oh, my mate was doing it, and I just chose to do it to keep them in the house so I would do it with them.
Mm.
You feel what I'm going? That's the same thing.
Yeah.
It's the same thing. Now you look plumb fool because you done lost everything. You done got hooked.
Yeah.
You done lost your house. You done lost your car. You done lost your job. You know. And that's the same thing she does. She talking about she felt dirty. Of course you feel dirty. Somebody done pissed in your mouth.
Yeah. I mean.
I hope I kept hearing about Lube and Easy Glide or Glide Easy or Astro Glide or whatever Glide. I hope they had some goddamn Listerine in there.
Yeah. Yeah.
Getting golden showers and stuff, and not on your body, in your mouth.
Yeah.
Good. Ain't no way in the entire hell.
No, you ain't doing. Hey, we ain't
No
playing,
way
we
in
ain't playing
the
urination
entire
game.
hell. You know, and I love hard,
Right.
but I don't love that hard where a woman can come to me and sit up and say, "Baby, I just want you to watch me F somebody else. This what makes me happy." And I'm gonna sit there and watch you get your whole back blown in by somebody, and then say this is what I love. See, that joker's a freak, boy. He said, take that, take that, take that. He meant it all.
Yeah, he
And
definitely
then
did.
he did some stuff came out, but I always had to, you know, he was always a little suspect to me. But when that came out and they sat up and said, what did you do when the fella's done? And she say, I take it off of me and puts it on his nipples. I say, he wants me to put it on his nipples. I say, what in the entire?
And that's when they
Boom.
say his daughter's got
Yeah, that one, I don't blame him. I would got up and walked out too.
I mean,
what the hell? The heck is wrong with you?
It's crazy. It's crazy.
You know, in the each his own. Everybody got their own fantasies, whatever you like, you like.
Yeah.
You know, that's just out of my realm now. You know, I don't like my own in my hand being sticky. So you think I'm gonna put somebody else's on my nipples and rub it around and come lick it off? Come lick whomever the dude name was, come lick it off my nipples. Ain't no way in boy, that joker something freaky, boy.
Yeah, he
boy,
freaky now.
He got it.
Now that's
That joker there did it something serious, boy. Did it, brother love. And I see why he say brother love, because he was loving on sisters and brothers. All pun intended. But good gracious.
Hey, it make you embarrassed to even go buy baby oil nowadays.
No, cause I'm gonna tell you who just stuff went up, and I wish I would have put some money in there on them stocks. Because they went up after yesterday. They say, what type of baby oil you use? She say Johnson & Johnson. So you know that's skyrocketed.
No, it had to go up before that because I remember when Johnson & Johnson baby oil was like $1 or $2 something. I seen Johnson & Johnson baby oil yesterday in Walmart, and it is $4.
Yes, sir. Got there.
It's $4.
Did it? Bad boy that made it go up. But he was really being a bad boy.
He was. Peace, Kenny.
But
we need to be invited to a function.
But I feel she was abused and probably some mental abuse.
Now I say that she was very mentally abused.
You know, because she felt, you know, she couldn't go nowhere. There ain't no crime now. You're just being foolish now. But it's a crime that he did. He tapped on the head. You know, that was wrong.
And I don't believe that was the first time. So
nah, so he rebooted her system a couple times, which wasn't right. Which I don't condone at all. but she was doing what she wanted to do. You've been having freak offs for 10 of them lamb years.
Yeah.
You had your own spot. You
Yeah.
could have been left. And I know a lot of victims don't leave because they can't afford to leave, and they stay in relationships because somebody's taking care of them and this and that, and they don't leave. And I understand that. But this last go round, when she left, and then when his baby mama died, when Kim died, God rest her soul, when she passed, she hopped her happy-go-lucky tail
Mm-hmm.
on a plane to come be beside this man to help him while he was grieving.
So she
Now
couldn't
this
been too
man-
upset with this man.
Now this man then beat the brakes off you, then had you doing stuff you supposedly didn't want to do.
Right.
Supposedly. You know, you didn't want to do, but you was enjoying it. Some of them times y'all were doing this stuff and he wasn't even there.
Yeah, she was doing it and recording it.
Yeah,
and sending it to him on FaceTime.
And FaceTime. Sometimes he'll watch it on Face. I'm gonna put a camera up right there, like that camera that's right yonder.
Yeah.
I'm gonna put that camera up. And I'm gonna have, and that's Diddy on the other side of the camera watching her.
Yeah.
And he was a director. He was directing his own Pornhub, XNXX, whatever else you look at, you know.
But they
he
never
was being-
found no records of his recordings.
You know, a lot of the video footage that they got out of her telephone.
Right.
You know, and I just feel it's crazy, you know, because she had moved with her mother in there. So you had your parents that's alive, and it seemed like you come from a 2-parent home. So doing all of this, you could have went back home.
Right.
You went back home before you got knocked up.
Right.
You know, you went with the physical trainer that he brought in.
Right.
You know, that was keeping you in tip-top shape for the freak-offs. Let her tell it. That's why she had to work out all the time to stay in shape for the freak-offs. But if I know dudes, like I know dudes, and I'm getting paid to come late, which I don't give a damn what you look like. You give me $4,000 for 4 hours, I'm getting $1,000 an hour
Yeah.
to come and knock you down and shoot on your back or your stomach, and I'm going about my business. This man ain't penetrating me at all. He just sitting over there in the corner, you know, hitting Clarence Carter. He over there stroking. That's what he be doing. You know, he over there stroking and going on.
Mhm.
Oh no, man.
And they was paying, you're right, they was paying men $1,000 an hour.
Yeah, because you break it down.
Be intimate with her.
Yeah, because the dude say the freak offs will last 4 hours up to
Yeah.
6 hours. They would pay him to come in and dance. The first time he came, he was just supposed to dance. The lighter hue of society. Because they didn't have nobody on the darker hue side,
Right.
you know, to come in. So they sent somebody the lighter hue.
Right.
And that's how he got in. But during his deposition and him up there speaking, you could tell he had feelings for Cassie. And she might have had something for him too. Because, it looked like she wanted a hug. And then y'all texting and talking to each other without Diddy. Y'all done met up without Diddy
Yeah.
and did the Diddy. You know. So
Hey, princess.
it's just a mess. It's just a whole mess. Now, he guilty of being a freak, but he ain't guilty of all this other stuff they talking about, racketeering and sex trafficking and all of that. That ain't, he not, you know, because he ain't trafficking nothing. Whatever came across, y'all flew y'all own selves off. Yeah.
But
He didn't come and force nobody to get you on this plane.
right.
You know, they got flued out.
Listen, it's just like this. If you went to his parties, at a certain time, this man would go to the door. If it's such and such time,
Yeah.
you have the right to leave.
Yeah, you know,
You have the
that's
right to
how
leave.
when we used to have parties
When we used to have,
at a certain time. Hey,
easy,
2
please,
o'clock.
easy.
At 2 o'clock, you ain't going home. You're gonna put your phones up. We locking the doors. If you ain't into certain stuff, if you're not gonna be here to be entertained, you know, it's time for you to leave. You know, and I believe he done that at his parties. You knew what was finna go on at a certain hour.
You
You
would
know, it's
leave.
time to leave. You know, but I feel like, you know, it was some mental abuse.
Yeah, you could tell. Like she was threatened. She was. Let me say, she was frightened of him to a certain extent. Because, like you said, may Allah bless him. When Kim Porter passed away, she came to be by his side.
Yeah,
he didn't send for her.
Right.
She willingly came.
Yeah. So you know,
so you wasn't too scared.
A lot of them women they enjoyed the perks that they were receiving, and I feel sometimes when the perks went away and they weren't getting the perks that they wanted or things they were promised, that's what they done. You know, it's like a regular joker running game on the street.
Yeah.
Baby, I got you. You meet him the first time, he might take you out to eat somewhere. He didn't got a paycheck. You think he a hustler. This joker a square, go to work every day.
Yeah.
We got him a nice bonus check.
Yeah.
We go out deep, we do this. He promised you the world. He didn't get there. You know, he didn't got there and knocked you down.
Mm-hmm.
Now you thinking you're going to continuously get blessed. And then once you don't get blessed, you start shooting them down. You feel me?
Yeah.
You go on the internet, you little penis mother sucker, this and that, talking junk about him, but you allowed him to smash because you thought he had some cash.
Of course.
You feel me? And that's all that's about, man.
He's not so.
That's all that's about. Now, was he wrong with some aspects? Yes. But he ain't on crime for physical assault and physical abuse or none of that. He on crime for racketeering. You know,
that's what he's going to trial for.
So what he's being tried for, I don't feel he's guilty of.
Now the domestic violence.
Now, if he was on trial for domestic violence, yeah, he guilty as all outdoors. You know, but I think it's a statute of limitations on assault. You know, not on rape and not on murder or nothing, but just on simple assaults.
Right.
I think it's a statute of limitations, so they wouldn't have been able to get him on that anyway because it was so many years ago.
Yes. So
you know,
but as we go deeper,
that's what they were doing. They were going deeper. That's what they were doing. But go ahead with your statement.
I can't. You see how he was doing. He was literally doing to me what Hugh Hefner was doing all these years.
You've been doing it, and they ain't do nothing to you.
And then what's the man that had the Playboy Bunny Ranch down there?
Yeah, the Bunny Ranch in Vegas.
In Vegas. I mean, and they got theirs on TV.
Yeah, but it's legal in Vegas, you know. But that's the man was just a pimp. He was a pimp. He was a freaky pimp. But it was a pimp.
But he was a pimp.
And then she slid that in there what she wasn't supposed to. We knew we was hiring escorts and we knew it was illegal. Helper, woman, you wasn't supposed to say that.
Yeah, that's prostitution right there.
You know, but she knew she wasn't supposed to say that on stand, but they knew what they were doing. You know.
They done coached her to say something.
And then if you look at it, and I'm looking at it, and all the women on there are great lawyers who they have going up against Puffy and his legal team. But what they do is they got 7 females as attorneys. Ain't no males over there.
Uh-huh.
It's just all women, you know, which shows something else as well. You feel me?
Yeah.
So it's going to get rough. I'm just trying to see what else come out with this trial.
I'm trying to see how long it's going to go.
They say 8 weeks, but I know little buddy cuz who testified yesterday, who was one of the, as they say, S workers. He spoke and he said every time he got cash, Cassie paid him. You know, Cassie paid him the money. He said they was doing some drugs, but they did them drugs on free will.
Right.
Ain't nobody
force you.
Didn't nobody force me to do nothing. They say, hey, if you want to relax a little bit, you can pop this X or you can pop this Molly. You know, if you want to get some energy, get there and hit this Tony Montana. You know what I'm talking about? But they didn't force none of them to do no drugs. That was them doing that on their own, you know, on their own course.
Well, you just shocked me. I was told Tony Montana don't make you strong and make you go, John.
Yeah, but you know, but it gives you some energy. The females that get energy.
Oh, okay.
It's a lot of females that do Tony Montana, and when they do Tony Montana, they get a little warm.
Oh yeah, I got you.
They get warm. You know, so now for males, they do Tony Montana. They going night.
Yeah.
You know, but Yeah, so it's just a mess, man. It's twofold. It's just a mess what's going on with this case. And I really just want to see it. I don't see the racketeering. I think that security guard is the one who leaked that footage. Because they had a security guard there that said he had put Diddy up on the wall and, told him you sit there till she get her stuff or whatever. But Diddy security guards in there and didn't nobody bust you upside your head.
Right.
But he said he had recorded the video,
Mm-hmm.
but he was off the next 2 days, but he recorded the video from his telephone so he could show his wife, So I'm thinking that's who probably leaked that video to, Extra and whomever else got that video.
Whoever leaked it got some bread.
Yeah, they got some good bread. But he said they tried to give him some money when it first happened, and he wouldn't take it. He told him he didn't need to pay for the damages. So he tried to give him $100,000 in $100 bills. Whoever got that $100,000, y'all wrong as 2 left feet for letting that video leak. Give me $100,000. That video would never been shown again. You wouldn't have seen it. $100K.
$100K.
Tax-free money. Tax-free money. I would have took that whole goddamn videotape.
Here go the phone.
No, because he did it on the videotape. He recorded from the TV model.
Oh, okay.
I would have gave him that whole footage. Man, here you go. We would have got some tech people in there. We would have blurred all that out. No, $100K, yes, sir. Call me what you want to call. Wouldn't have called me broke after that, though. I'll tell you that goddamn money. I would have been a 6-figure ninja.
But the things that some people do, you go, but some people are just real. Like, I can't.
Yeah, I understand.
I understand.
Now, if I was honest, the honest person doing the job, and I say, well, I can't do this. Like the security guard said he done, you have to pay your stuff, this and that. But then you go right back behind that after you do all that and take a recording of it.
Mm-hmm.
That were you really being honest? Exactly. Or were you waiting on the payday later on?
Right.
So it's twofold to that story, man.
I just don't like certain stuff and how people do people.
Yeah, so we'll see, man. We'll see. Another thing is prayers up for Tory Lanez, man.
Yeah, man.
He got stabbed up real bad yesterday, but he good now. He's been able to talk. He got hit 14 times.
Yeah, he got 2 collapsed lungs.
Yeah, that's what they say now. We don't know how true that is. Yeah. But, so just prayers for him. That's somebody else I feel got the wrong end of a stick.
Yeah, because when you broke it down to me the past day about when I mentioned to you, I was like, well, he shot at the foot. You was like, she was dancing the next day.
Yeah, you get shot in the goddamn foot and you twerking the next couple of days. I've been shot 4 times. I ain't do no goddamn dancing after I got shot. I'll tell you that goddamn much. I wasn't out bopping on nothing. I wasn't doing no shoulder lean, no nothing. And
it ain't funny, but it's funny when you saying it.
She didn't got shot in the foot with all them little bones.
Yeah.
All them little bones and nerves in there. And you bopping and stuff the next day.
Don't even have a brace or cast.
No cast, no nothing, no. Ain't get shot in no foot. You stepped on some glass. And you shouldn't, like you say, the worst mistake he ever made was getting in the car with one of them Jenner girls. Better leave them people alone, man. If you pay attention, everybody that went over there with them folk, they came out bad. OJ came out bad. Kanye came out bad. Lamar, they messed him up so much he went to smoking dope.
Oh, you talking about the Kardashians?
Yeah, but they Jenners, them Jenner kids.
Nah, they not. He raised them. They not his.
Yeah, but one of them. The
last one.
Yeah, that's the one he was with.
Kylie Jenner.
Yeah, that's who he was with.
Oh, okay.
That's why he say you should never mess with them Jenner girls or them Kardashians. Everybody hadn't dealt with them where they end up crazy as back.
The basketball player.
Lamar Odom.
Yeah, he went fool.
They messed him up so bad that joker went to beaming up the sky.
Peace, Roshan.
That joker went to beaming up the sky.
Yeah, Kanye went. Hey, look at Kanye.
Kanye them dressed up as the Black Klan and man, everything that went over there.
Who went over there? Kanye.
your boy that played for the New Jersey Nets, he was the first one to fall from grace.
Who?
What was that joker name? He mixed boy, good hair. Look a little bit like Al B. Sure, bigger version. God darn, I can't think of his name right off the head. Humphreys, it was his last name. Humphreys was the last name, but he dealt one of them.
Okay, Humphreys, Odom, Kanye.
Yeah, Ray J ain't never bounced back.
Yeah, Ray J. Fool. Tiger, because Tiger career went like this.
Yeah, but Tiger got away though.
Yeah.
Tiger got away, and he's still doing all right for himself. Everybody else went bat boost crazy.
Yeah.
Everybody else went bat boost crazy. I feel like she's a freak, and she liked it. She loved it. She accepted what she was, and she doesn't accept her flaws. She needs to sit up and say, "I'm a freak. I enjoy doing what I was doing. You ain't bust me upside the head." But she liked getting TT'd on. She likes it. Because you don't want nobody TTing on you. You ain't going to open your mouth. Oh.
Wait a minute. We was just on the Kardashians. Now you went
I
back.
know. I done went back to her because her last name might have been Kardashian too. She ought to have been one too.
Good afternoon, fellas.
Yeah, she should have been one too. Because it's just a mess, man. These man. I'm just mad about the whole case. And I ain't no Diddy fan. But I know he didn't do that. Now, is he a freak? Yes, sir. To the highest of freaktivity.
Yeah.
He's the freakiest of them all, I think. He's the highest of freaktivity. He's there. He's there.
But I ain't gonna lie. Them sketches of him, he looked crazy.
Great
Yeah.
head, bad.
He looked crazy.
But hold on, Si, like I said earlier, man, I put in the chat earlier, victim or
Oh, we already got
I know y'all did, but
Yeah.
but for y'all to touch back on that, she's
she's
She a
both.
victim because she got whooped.
She's
Now,
both
she
now.
did get whooped.
He
We
did
all-
put his
we-
hands on her,
he
and we
put
know
the
he
paws
did it.
on her. We
We
see
know
it.
he did it more than one.
but now hold up. She did say too that she put her hands on him.
Yeah.
So it was mutual domestic.
Yeah.
Now, wait. We know darn well that he put his hands on that woman first. Now stop. Don't stop. Don't start that.
No. That's not what I'm saying. I'm like
She fought back.
No.
She played back into the
She
basket.
said she hit him after he called her a derogatory name.
Yeah.
That didn't say he hit her first. That said I hit it. I retaliated.
And he
to-
called her
yeah.
a B.
Yeah, but when did all of this?
She said the violence started immediately. So at what point do you take the victim role or you take the participant role? Because after a year, you could call yourself a victim because you slipped into something.
Let me tell you something. The video I saw,
It was
the way he put his paws on that woman, he been beating that woman.
No, I'm sorry, we're not. Nobody's neglecting the fact that he's a domestic abuser. But what they're like, I'm with Face. Whatever they're saying he didn't do. Those were willing participants.
yeah.
Oh yeah, we know that.
Like those are
Yeah.
so this man. So there's no reason.
she was being intimate with people he wasn't even there.
Yeah, he was doing some whooping. now.
She made some of the payments.
But he
Yeah.
right.
No,
She made some of the
no,
payments.
she made all the payments.
The payments
She
came
all-
from her.
They always came out of her hand.
Everything.
Yeah, Diddy ain't getting nobody that.
He never did a hand to hand.
Bella, what I told you.
She was doing hand to hand, mouth to hand to mouth. She was doing it all. But he never put no hand on
Yeah,
her.
but my thing is, she was both. Like she's. And don't get me wrong. You know how many people that I personally know
That's
that I sit around and I know they freaks, bona fide freaks.
No, but that no. Diddy he's the highest of freak tip.
No,
But wait. There's some people that I know that's a freak like that.
because you know some people that been at them parties. Just say that, side. You can go ahead and just say it.
DJ'd those parties.
So
I know some people, like personally. I know you done been around them. You done been around them. Cab done been around them. But
Yeah.
everybody, personally,
Yeah, but Diddy on some.
but
I'm
again, if you hear if somebody tell you,
Yeah.
yo man, Face parties is off the chain, man. He be passing around some stuff in there. I don't know what it is. You gonna get up the next one and be like, you know what? I gotta go to one of Face's parties.
no, I ain't going no face.
But see, that's the thing. So you can.
I ain't going no face. Cause you know why I wouldn't go to a face party? You want me to be honest? If I didn't know Face and I was a person that hasn't been his friend for 14 years, if I didn't know him, my thing is this: the way he talk on them shows and the way he be, you know, the stuff that he say, I'm like, nah.
You gonna get
I
you
don't
in
know
trouble.
what's going on. That salivating salvation, that reverend faith. I ain't going over there. I'm not going.
Mommy says she love your name, man.
I'm not going over there.
It's a strong name.
Let me tell you something. It's stuff that, like, people, being honest, me and my wife, we used to go a party every Sunday.
It don't matter where she got the money from. It came out of her hand, and sometimes it came out of her account. She was paying. Paying to lay. She was laying to get paid.
That what he
She
was doing,
paying
Carisha.
To lay.
Yeah.
Carisha took what? She came out and said, look, I don't care what he do or how he do. Long as my money is there every week,
Yep.
I don't care. And she was happy with the situation.
But to get back to what I'm saying, what I'm saying is, I know a lot of people, because I speak on me, used to give events called Lick 'em Low Sunday.
I remember looking low, son. And lock the door.
Eat them through the drawers.
Lock the door and
Now,
look them low.
My thing is, I know who is. You can't tell me who is and who ain't.
And our Claire ain't got our other co-host here, because I would be having a ball with her, because I know she's all on her women empowerment. But this woman right here, she was empowering.
Look, I almost got put out today behind that.
Peace, King.
Like nobody like
Right.
no, you know, one thing, like I said, to be
right is
sexual,
right, wrong is wrong.
it's one thing
He
to be
was
sexual
wrong.
assaulted,
He was
He was wrong putting his hands on him.
but he ain't all this other stuff they trying to get him
Yeah.
racketeering and all this other.
Yeah, he
Look,
was
and you know how you
sex
know,
trafficking
but you know how
and
you know
all
this case is gonna be so quick and over so fast. Look how fast they picked the jury. Look how fast it's going. It's been 6 months,
that.
and he already in trial. It took R. Kelly almost 10 years to go to trial.
This trial is gonna be over quicker than a freak off.
Well, I hope they hurry up and get him out of there so he can get to his bar.
Not,
He
because he gray. He gray. He gray.
He gray like me.
Nah, he gray worse than you.
He needs some dark.
And that's bad because he's around my age.
No,
No, he's
but-
55.
No, he's 55.
I'm 55.
Yeah,
He that old?
yeah.
Okay, so yeah.
But he's
He around
gray,
my age.
but out here, you know how y'all NY dudes do, man.
And,
You know how y'all Harlem cats
He
do.
ain't
nah,
from Harlem.
he ain't from Harlem.
Yes,
Nah,
he is.
no,
He from
no,
Harlem.
no,
Y'all know
no.
how
He
y'all
from
Harlem.
upstate. He from across that bridge on the other side.
know how y'all
Side. You know
Harlem.
he ain't from Harlem. He ain't from
Go
Harlem.
read his Wikipedia.
Look, I don't care what his Wiki. Somebody wrote that.
His pops from Harlem too. But you know how y'all
My
Harlem
pop is
cats.
from Harlem.
Yeah,
His daddy was a little snitches.
you know, yeah, he was.
His daddy was a little
But
snitches.
yeah, it's a
You
lot
know,
of cats.
and look,
from
and they were
Harlem
saying that his mama ain't really his mama. His mama might be his aunt.
Yeah, it's a lot.
Like
of
it's a lot of
Harlem.
things going around because he said that his mama was the first woman to show him how to do some things.
Yeah, he did say that.
Yeah,
So you know that makes you kind of
It
question
might be
a
a
lot.
precious over there.
You think so?
she was teaching them how to pimp.
Yeah, because that she was doing some things too
Because she
in the
was a
street.
mistress, so she was teaching them how to pimp. Son, this how you get it. You talk to her, you woo her, you get under your spell, and then once you get her there, you tell her, "Show me your love, baby. How much you love me. Go on over here and get this bread." That joker, he
Go
on
get that baby
and
off.
He got a little bit of money, you know. But that's up to them for falling for the foolery.
Now you're right. You're
That's
right.
why I put it on. I let my daughters know. You know, I teach them game.
You supposed to.
My
I
daughters
see
are
my
girls.
daughter's game.
They women, but they think. What was that Steve Harvey book?
Something like
Oh, how to think like a
man.
think like a man.
Yeah.
How to be?
My girls, they don't think like men. They think like a. And, you know, it's a difference between a man and a.
Yeah, it is.
You know, they think like.
Because one thing
You
I
know.
would say about my daughters be in they, you know, whatever relationship, but they'll call me and
Yeah.
go, "Hey, oh man, or daddy, whatever,
And he didn't
he
do.
doing such, so what that mean?" And I'm gonna tell them what it means from my perspective,
You supposed to.
and they're gonna go, "Gotcha."
Look, because I know, look, if I don't know nothing else, I know what my daddy is or what my daddy was. So yeah, that's how it is
But
with my baby.
they know what's dormant in their daddy,
And what could come out at any
and
given
what can
time.
come out at any time.
You know, I can't. It's hard. I have conversations with my kids about their relationships, but it's hard because
It ain't hard.
no. When I say it's hard, because I'm passionate about things, and once I see something wrong, I speak on it. I don't bite my tongue. My kids just feel like, Dad, you don't have no filter.
You supposed to.
And
Now when it come to your kids,
my babies are sensitive,
And
so
I'm-
like
there be some crime.
my daughters are real sensitive. Like I'm talking about
My
sensitive.
grandmother, I remember she used to tell my mama. I remember she used to talked to us when we were young, growing up. God rest my grandma's soul. I remember my mom used to say, "Mom, you can't talk to him like that," and she was like, "I ain't sugarcoating."
Yeah.
You know, because you say the world not.
Yeah, and
So us as parents, we can't sugarcoat nothing and try to make the world seem like it's something that is not, because the world ain't gonna sugarcoat.
I mean, and that's what I tell my
Sugar high
kids. If somebody hurt your
You know.
feelings, I need to know what they said.
Yeah, now you know what? Me and Face was talking about this, and then I've heard.
And no, Trina, and I hope Haiti's not here. It's not always the woman's fault. I'm not saying that. He was wrong for what he was doing, but she has to take some blame as well. You know, he was wrong for going upside her head. I will say that, but I have to put her at fault for staying around all them rounds.
10 years.
Staying around all those rounds. She was in some heavyweight boxing matches.
Well, you know what?
The old boxing, 15 rounds. You know, now they 12 rounds. Back then, and when Foreman and all them, it was 15 rounds of Sugar Ray and Hagler and Duran. She went through some show enough rounds.
Look, I feel like
You
the
know,
Boondocks. She saw P coming and she stayed. I saw P coming and I moved.
But sometimes, and she was, you know, love will make you do a lot of stupid stuff.
And that's what she said. She said she didn't.
Love will make you do foolish things.
Now I don't know how that's a whole lot of foolish.
You know,
that's a whole lot of foolish right there.
Love
Let me tell you
makes
something. I've done some
foolish.
foolish things.
Love,
But so I don't think you would do that. That's beyond that's beyond foolish.
I ain't gonna do nothing, but I have done foolish.
But love makes you do foolish stuff, and where you want to be with somebody so bad, you'll take whatever and do whatever.
That's what she said. She didn't want him doing it with another woman, so she took whatever that came along with it.
You know, and that's, some people may say that's mental abuse, but I feel, you know, eventually you can see
It's
that
mental on
grass
both
ain't
sides.
green.
It's mental on both sides.
We gotta wrap this one up.
And but I'm hoping the case goes the way it's supposed to go, you know, and they really look at the facts of the case and don't go off the abuse parts of the case to give him a guilty plea. Make sure he's guilty of what he's charged with.
All he need is one.
Yeah, just
All he need is one.
Make sure he's guilty of what he's charged with, not how you look at him in the public eye, what you've seen about him dragging her down a hotel room floor. You know, for that, yes, he's guilty of that, if that's what he was on trial for. But that's what he's not on trial for.
Yeah.
You know.
Well, look, everybody, we get ready to pull up out of here. The party punches.
And prayers for Mr. Hinton. Prayers for that man, and hopefully he stays safe down there.
He's out or he's still in?
No, he's still in there.
Still
but
in there.
Ajamu went down there and seen him this week. One of the dudes that I know very good personally. They went down and visited him this week. So they're keeping a keen eye on everything that's going on and to make sure he's staying safe down there.
Okay. Well, I want to say, man, shout out my grandmother. She passed away today. So, you know, that appreciate y'all, man. Appreciate you. Big Bell. No more red rice and sausage and fried fish on Friday.
Well, with that being said, y'all know we got to get up out of here, man. The Party Punishers, we love y'all. We salute y'all. Y'all know what's going down. We going straight to Visions, man. Right now, we going
2600 Clemson Avenue up to 10 o'clock. You come right now.
$30.
$30.
$30, all you can drink.
All you can drink. If you drink hen, whatever you drink, $30 up to 10 o'clock. So y'all come through, drink and think, you know.
Oh, one more thing I got to say before we get up out of here. Me and Face talked about this, and I'm going to bring it back up next week when we got more time to say it. Parents, because Face made a great conversation piece of it, but I'm going to get into depth next week because I know he'll go. But when your children wake up in the morning and they get ready to start their day, watch how you speak to them, because that energy that you give them with that conversation, they take to that school. Even when they come home, and before they go to bed at night, and you watch how you send them to bed or watch what you say to them, because they go to sleep on that energy. With that being said, from the Party Punisher Show, live at the Connector Station, we out. Peace.